Until I can dig my own wells, I insist on being allowed to pay for watering my stock on Ponderosa land.
There's absolutely no necessity for that, Mr. Nagel. I'd never charge any of my neighbors for the use of Ponderosa water.
Every man has his own rules, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, sure.
I'm new in Nevada. If I accept no favors, I'm under no obligations.
All right, you just use as much of that water as you need and pay whatever you think is right.
It'll be a fair price. I need one of your stallions, Mr. Cartwright. At a fair price.
Well, I think I have 2 or 3 to sell.
I'll be in Carson City for about a week or 10 days. As soon as I return, I'd like to see them.
Fine. Anytime you're ready.
A whiskey?
That'll be 20 cents.
Oh, 20 cents? That's reasonable. I got a hole in my pocket. I lost. I'm broke. I need a drink. But I'm a good swamper. I clean the whole place.
Well, we got a swamper.
Oh, it's just a minute. This ought to be worth something.
Not to me, mister. I've already got a box full of those old medals. I don't need any more.
That belong to you? Does that medal belong to you?
Oh, yeah. Want to buy it?
Surprised you'd be willing to part with that.
Why not? You want it? You can have it. A couple of whiskeys. 40 cents.
When was the last time you had something to eat?
Oh, eat. I gave that up a long time ago.
Yankee War Medal. What for? Being the best drunk in the Army?
This is the Congressional Medal of Honor. Welcome back.
How long was I gone?
Oh, you slept 24 hours around the clock.
Where did I end up?
At my ranch. The Ponderosa. I'm Ben Cartwright.
Matthew Rush. You think I'll live?
Yes, I think you will for a little while anyway. The doctor was here. Said all you needed was some rest and good food. Oh, and no more liquor for a while.
That sounds like something a doctor would say. Maybe he's right.
Oh, our cook, Hop Singh, is a very good barber as well. Where were you off to when this happened?
Just down the road.
Just down the road. Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to postpone your trip. You're not going to be able to travel for a while. Is there anybody you'd like me to notify?
No. You've gone to a lot of bother already.
No bother.
I can't pay you.
Have I asked you to? Thought you might want this back. Come on, take it. You're among friends. Relax.
No questions?
No questions.
Yeah, I need a place to catch my breath.
Good. I'll get you some food. Be right back.
Oh, yeah, here it is. July 12th, 1862. The President is authorized to present in the name of Congress a Medal of Honor only to each person who, in action involving actual conflict with an enemy, distinguishes himself conspicuously by gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty.
Just about says it, don't it?
Intrepidity.
What that?
That means brave, not afraid of anything.
Not for Hop Sing. Shooting start, Hop Sing run like a rabbit.
How many people have been given the medal?
Let me see. Yeah, 47.
4 years of war. That ain't many, is it?
Well, you're gonna give it to the best.
One of them winds up a drunk. Why?
Well, only Matthew Rush can answer that question. And he's made it very clear he doesn't want to discuss it. Hop Sing. Our guest is awake and hungry. You better start him off with soft-boiled eggs, I guess.
Doctor, tell Hop Sing, soup first, then egg, then steak and potato. Soup ready long time. Number one soup for number one man.
Matthew Rush. Did he say where he's from?
No. No, where he's going, no, what he does for a living.
I mean, according to this book, he's lucky to be living. It says here, most of the medals had to be given posthumously. Only a few men lived through the combat action in which they won the award.
Hello. I was looking for something to do, some little chore. I found the pieces of this over in the corner.
Yeah, I've been intending to have that fixed for some time now. Sure glad I waited till you came along.
My father was a cabinet maker. I used to watch him a lot, and I learned a little.
Yeah, we could use a man with your skills around here. Interested in the job?
No, I was going to move on as soon as I finish this chair. Mr. Cartwright, I took a bottle out of your liquor cabinet. Hope you don't mind. I needed a drink.
Thanks for telling me.
My daughter, Laurie. Laurie Ben Cartwright.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
I've come to look at your stallions.
Oh, well, they're in the corral up the road about a mile. I'll get my horse.
Oh, no need. Plenty of room for two in the buggy.
Oh, your daughter?
No, Mr. Cartwright. When Father is talking or buying or selling horses, I stay clear away.
Let me help you.
Thank you. You have a very nice house.
Well, thank you very much.
If it's all right, I'll just stay here and look around.
Well, certainly. Make yourself at home. I'll get Hop Sing our cook.
Oh, don't worry about me. Just take Father to see your horses before he explodes from pure impatience.
Hello? If you're looking for Mr. Cartwright, he's probably in...
Oh, he's in a horse trading dicker with my father in the North Pasture. I'm Laura Nagel.
Matthew Rush. You live around here?
Father bought the Box A. We just moved in.
Where from?
Georgia.
Oh, I thought I detected some Georgia or South Carolina in your voice.
If I get a guess, too, your voice says New England. But we're both Nevada now. Well, an old friend. My mother had an armchair, something like this, in her sewing room. It was one of her favorites. Mine, too.
It's a good chair.
Was. Ours are ashes now. We were burned out. That's why Father moved the family out west.
Mr. Cartwright, I like this chestnut. There's some Tennessee Walker in him, isn't there?
Yep, the steadiness.
And gait. I've owned some Walkers made you think you'd saddled a rocking chair. I think I see how you achieved your bloodline. A careful, selective crossing of Walker, Morgan, and Arab.
Ah. And Texas cow pony. Now, Texans are breeding and raising very fine cutting and quarter horses.
I know that. A young Texan once bet me his burr-tailed pony could beat one of my thoroughbreds to the quarter pole. Winner take both horses. That's how the Willowbend bloodline went to Texas.
Did you say Willowbend? Willowbend Farm?
Well-known name once.
Oh, still is. In the record and stud books, jumpers and hunters.
Didn't you enter one of your horses in the Grand National?
2 of them. They ran out of the money, but I'm proud to say they both finished, and neither refused to jump. We were going to saddle up a winner next time out. Sherman's men put the torch to that dream. They burned my house and barns, stole my horses, butchered my beef. The shot killed my wife. My apologies, sir. I didn't mean to start fighting the war again.
Some wounds take a long time to heal. I had a few of those myself.
Some never heal.
I like clean simplicity of design. This would be a very pretty house. Just the main room, bedroom, kitchen, doorways.
You must be a bachelor.
Yes. How'd you know?
Because that's a man's house. Women like big kitchens.
Oh, well, here, we can fix that. There's a big one. We'll have some extra rooms added on. One, she has the family grove.
And white curtains and red window boxes.
Sure, all right, white curtains. White curtain.
When do you start building?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really want to or need to.
I thought everybody wanted a home.
Laurie. What are you doing in here with him?
Talking. Mr. Rush was just showing me the plans to a house he wants to build.
Get away from him.
I don't understand why.
I'll tell you why. This Mr. Rush is a war hero. President Lincoln gave him the highest decoration they have. He's a Yank. Like the one killed your brother Billy Wayne and 2 of your uncles.
Father, please.
Burned Willowbend to the ground, caused your mother's death. A man wins the big Yank medal. He had to do a lot of killing. I know this is your place, but there's a time when a man has to say what he thinks.
You said a little while ago you didn't want to go on fighting the war.
Well, I meant it. What Sherman's men did wasn't war. There was no possible military reason or excuse for the burning and the looting and the destruction. That I'll never forgive. You keep away from me and mine. Clear away.
Coming?
No, I don't think so. I can start getting the supplies.
Oh, we can load those after the service.
No, it's all right, Mr. Cartwright. Give me the list. I'll go get them. I'll get it started.
won't be long.
Hey, mister! My pa says you won a medal for killing soldiers in the war. How many did you kill, mister?
Go on, war hero. Tell him. How many was it?
Hello?
The church bazaar next week.
Oh, Thursday. I'll be gone.
It's for a very good cause. New books for the school. Barn dance, games, prizes.
Will you be there?
I have charge of one of the booths serving cakes and pies.
As long as we could. We got to be in Concho by noon.
Well, it's always nice to see you boys, but didn't we say our goodbyes last night?
Yeah, we did, but we got the back of the chuck wagon. We found some supplies we was missing.
Well, you did send the chuck wagon on ahead, didn't you?
Yeah, 3 hours ago. That's why Hoss brought an extra pack horse to carry the supplies we're going to get from you.
What took you so long? Long sermon?
No, not overly long. It just took a while to read all the plans and prizes for the bazaar and the street fair.
The street fair? When's that?
Next Thursday afternoon and evening.
Oh, you mean we're going to miss it?
We're going to miss... Are they going to have a barn dance like they did last year?
Yeah, and a shooting gallery with 30 donated prizes, including a solid gold watch and a booth with the prettiest gals in the congregation selling kisses.
Hey, Paul, don't you think I ought to stick around? I mean, don't you figure the Ponderosa needs to be represented?
Well, Matthew and I'll represent the Ponderosa, all right?
Yeah. There goes the pancake eating championship.
Hoss, why don't you take the buckboard and leave us the pack horse? I think we'd wind up with more supplies.
Well, I thought about that, Paul, but I don't know what we'd do with 3 kegs of nail on a trail drive.
Hey, Matthew, supper's on the table.
Can you spare me a minute?
Sure.
I was going to move on in the morning.
Any special destination?
No, just down the road. But if the offer's still open, I'd like to work for you until after the bazaar. For room and board or for this old chair.
Well, I'll be glad to have you, Matthew. At top hand pay. As far as this chair is concerned, I was figuring on throwing it out anyway because I didn't think it was worth anything, so it's all yours, no charge. Now we better have some supper before Hop Sing decides to feed it to the chickens. Come on. Looks good. Shooting gallery is that way. The barn dance is that way. And here's an advance against your pay.
Dance? That's more than a dance.
And the pie and cake booth is just back there. We'll be past it. I think you saw it.
Miss Laurie?
Laurie will be away for a few moments. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, I brought this chair as a gift for her. Would you tell her that, please?
Your name, she'll want to know who left it.
She'll know who left it. Thank you.
bottles in 5 seconds. That's the fastest and best shooting of the day. All right, gentlemen, 5 shots for $1. And every man that can hit 3 bottles in 5 seconds wins a cash prize. And the man who shoots the fastest and the best for the day wins a solid gold watch.
Who's got the best time so far?
You have? Well, all right, who's next? Ben. Ben Cartwright, how about you? Well, how about your friend then?
Yeah, sure, the middleman. Big war hero. Come on, show us how to do it.
I'm sorry, I don't have a gun.
No trouble at all. We brought guns and belts for all who forgot to wear them.
All paid up here. Be worth it to see you shoot.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
No, it's all right, Mr. Cartwright. It's all in fun for a good cause.
Are you ready? Draw!
Sorry. Strange gun. You probably can do better with your own weapon.
I know, I felt fine. I just missed.
Wasn't a pistol that bothered him. It was a target. A war hero like that doesn't want to pop away at bottles. He needs live targets to gun down.
That's enough of that now.
It's true. Put men in there for targets, I bet you he doesn't miss.
You don't know when to quit, do you, Walt?
I haven't even started yet, Mr. Cartwright. I'm not about to quit till I run that metal-wearing Yank clear out of the state of Nevada.
All right, gentlemen, let's see who can win a solid gold watch. Fastest and best shot of the day wins a solid gold watch. That's right, sir. Step right up here.
As pretty as you look, Miss Laurie.
Well, thank you.
Gonna dance every dance with you, rest of the evening.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I've already promised the next dance. Mr. Cartwright? I think this is our dance, isn't it?
Oh, yes, of course. I'd forgotten. Excuse me, ladies.
Thank you for saving my life.
My pleasure.
Will you tell me something?
If I can, yes.
Well, somebody left a chair for me at the booth today.
Oh.
A beautiful armchair. I think I know why, but after the terrible things that my brothers and father said to him, why would he?
Young lady, have you had a good look at yourself in the mirror? Well, if you doubt that, I suggest you ask the young man himself. He's sitting in our wagon. Just a minute over there. At least that's where I left him a little while ago.
I do have to say thank you.
Oh, Miss Laurie. Good evening.
Mr. Rush, thank you for the chair.
Oh, it's nothing.
But it is. It's lovely.
Well, if you say so. I know you don't want to drink, do you? Do you mind if I do?
It's a beautiful chair.
That's a Yankee way of saying I'm sorry your house burned down.
Please. That wasn't your fault or mine. That was just something that happened, like the thunder, the lightning. Besides, it's over and done.
Yeah, some people haven't been so informed.
You bought one of my pies.
Yes, I went by your booth a couple of times, and I bought one.
But you haven't even tasted it.
I will if you care to join me.
Oh, no, I can't stand my own cooking.
Well, in that case, I'll save it for breakfast.
Well, now, that's a silly time to eat pie.
I do silly things all the time. Now, to tell you the truth, I went looking for you. I wanted to say goodbye.
When are you leaving?
In the morning.
Well, maybe you'll find a place to build that house.
It's not likely. Yeah, your folks back at the party are going to be missing you. If you belong to me, I'd be concerned about you.
That music sure sounds good when you're away from it, doesn't it? Makes you want to dance. It just keeps asking you to dance.
Here? By yourself?
Here, but not by myself.
Oh, well, Miss Laurie, if you're willing to take a chance with a man that's had one too many.
Or two too many.
Or two too many. I'd be honored to dance with you.
I'm sure I can put up with you.
Guess it's not my day. Gentlemen, where's Laurie? Time we headed home.
She's not dancing. Maybe she's over at the cake booth.
Could be getting a fortune told. Well, find her. I'll meet you at the wagon.
Get out of the way. Paul will take care of you.
Won't stop it.
There's a fight! There's a fight! I warned you to stay clear of a ball of it.
Well, I asked him to dance with me. I asked him.
Because you're a big Yank war hero. You think you can walk right over us. Well, Bluebelly, I'm going to prove you wrong. Now get up.
Whoa, wait!
Get her out of here. Keep her out.
Laurie, come here. Laurie.
Get up.
I'm not going to fight with you.
You get up, and you fight. You get up, or I'll drag you up and down every street in Virginia City.
It's over. You hear that? It's over. I don't care who started this or why, but it's over.
I'll prove what I wanted to.
Oh, tell me, will you? What did you prove?
That I'm better than you are.
That you're better than me. That's some ambition.
Laurie don't need none of your trash.
Did you hear that, Ben? He said he wanted to be better than me. No bones broken. I guess the bruises and the cuts will all heal up nicely.
Want some of this medicine?
No, sorry. I'm sorry you had to go to all that trouble.
I'm sorry I didn't get this sooner.
Well, if you had, you would have disappointed a lot of people.
Why, do you think they enjoyed watching you getting beat up like that?
They all stayed and watched. Are you surprised that a man that won't go to church owns a Bible?
It's a little.
Take a look at the inscription. You'll be surprised even more.
Presented to Matthew Rush from his fellow graduates. Yale University, 1860. The honor student in an honored profession. Are you an ordained minister?
You're half right. I was an ordained minister. My father wanted me to be a builder, but I had another star to follow. The proudest day of my life was the day I was ordained. Then came Fort Sumner and the war. And that turned me away from the ministry.
Why?
Well, how could I stand in front of a congregation and preach about love for my fellow man when all I saw was hate? And I was part of it.
Yes, most soldiers have had to force themselves to forget that.
But most haven't forgotten or forgiven. You take Seth Nagel and his sons. They carry their hate around like a flag.
Well, not everybody's like that.
Well, perhaps not. But all those good people tonight, they wanted to see a fight in the dirt. The North against the South, the war all over again.
Yeah. Yes, there are some. There'll always be some. The rest of us just keep trying and praying for some miracle to help us along.
Well, I, for one, am out of miracles. I think I'll be leaving in the morning. This isn't the same way we went to Virginia City the other day, is it?
No, it's just a little longer, but it's pretty country. And since you're leaving, I thought you should have a chance to see it. Trappers passed through this spring, got drunk, set fire to it.
Oh, it's too bad. It's a beautiful place to build. The people that lived here must have been awfully unhappy.
Yes, they were.
Strange-looking building for a home. It was all one big room.
It was, but one room was enough.
Was a church? Did you bring me out here deliberately?
It was just a little out of our way.
Is it going to be rebuilt?
Yes, I think so.
What happened to the minister that was here?
Oh, he went on to another town. Another church.
Well, I wish you luck with it.
Matthew, you say you saw the destruction of war. The waste. You see it right here. But after war, man rebuilds. Like this will be rebuilt. With sacrifice, courage. If we give up on ourselves, we have no place to go. Well, if we don't see each other again, goodbye. Good luck to you. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Ben.
How's the missus?
Complaining. She'll live to be 100 and still complain about all her miseries. What can I do for you?
I want to send a telegram.
Who's it go to?
The War Office, Washington, D.C.
Good morning, Mr. Cartwright.
Morning, morning. What brings you out here?
That Yank, that Rush, he's building right next to my land.
Yes, he's building a church.
I don't care what it is. Let him build it somewhere else.
Well, it's an ideal location. You see, the road runs right past and it's close to town.
Cartwright, that's your land. You can run him off.
Well, what is there about a church that...
It isn't the church. It's the man that's building it. The man that won that killing medal. Cartwright. Cartwright, I commanded a company of men, 250, and I sent 36 survivors back to their families, 36 out of 250. And all for what? For nothing. We lost it all. And you're asking me to let a man like that build a church facing my land, let it stand there and remind me of what he and others like him did to all but a few of my men? No, no, no.
Mr. Nagel, there are a lot of men in this town who fought against each other in that same war. Now they're neighbors, they're friends. Give it a chance to work. Make an effort.
I'll ask you one more time. Take back that land. Send him packing.
He stays. And the church gets built.
Father, I've asked very little of you.
The answer's no.
Has it gone so far that you won't even let me ask before you say no? Look, what harm has he done you? And I don't mean the Yankee Army. I mean Matthew Rush.
He wore the uniform. That's harm enough.
There are 1,000 people in Virginia City who wore that uniform. Are you gonna try and run them all out of Nevada?
Only the one that got the top medal for killing.
And if he won't go?
He'll go. One way or another. He'll go.
Pa, wagon's all loaded.
Got everything we need?
Everything we need.
You stay in the house till we get back. You hear me, Laurie?
I hear you.
Ugly-looking stuff, isn't it?
About ready now, Pa.
Did you ever see a man tarred before?
Time for talking is over, Pa.
I'll say when it's over. Have you? It's not a pretty sight. A man carries the scars of it to his grave. I'll give you one more chance. Pack up tonight and get out. I'll call this off. Stubborn, mule-headed Yankee.
Told you time for talking was over. Well,
Get on with it.
Hold it. In time.
Do what he says. This won't stop it, Cartwright. It may set it back, but it won't stop it.
What will? The killing?
If it takes that.
I think you ought to know something about the man you're so intent on killing. This came to me in reply to a telegram I sent to the War Department in Washington.
Ben, I wish you wouldn't read that.
I want them to know. Subject, citation to Lieutenant Matthew Rush, Army of the United States. On July 2nd, 1863, at Chancellorsville, an artillery barrage had forced both Union and Confederate forces to retreat, leaving behind their wounded. It was considered impossible to re-enter the area. Lieutenant Rush, although severely wounded and with disregard for his own life, entered said area again and again under heavy bombardment and pulled to safety those wounded soldiers, both Union and Confederate, he was able to find. He remained with them, giving them medical aid and spiritual comfort, Lieutenant Rush being an ordained minister, until his own wounds rendered him unconscious. For this heroic and unselfish act, his grateful government is proud to award Lieutenant Matthew Rush the Congressional Medal of Honor, Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States.
Why? Why didn't you tell me? All of it, wouldn't have happened if I'd known. Why?
I'm Matthew Rush, a human being, my friend. I want to be accepted for what I am, not for something I did.
It's over. Build your church.
Thank you, Ben.
Well, you can start work in the morning.
No. It's no use.
Why? They're not going to give you any more problems.
You mean they'll tolerate me, but... Now, it's not the right foundation to start to build on.
Matthew, how do you think I knew what was going on here today? She came to me and told me she had no idea how you had won that medal. Now, it doesn't take too much to start a miracle. Just one step at a time.
Show me what you're building.
Jess Wardell.
Charlie Shepard!
You saw his horse?
Yeah, I saw him.
Well, if we was to put a bullet right at his feet, he might just spook and run off.
Don't make me kill an old friend, Charlie. Come on down out of there.
No shooting, Jess? Your word on it?
You got it.
Here's my gun. I'm coming out.
His horse.
How bad is it, Carl?
Bullet tore up my arm, burned my side. I'm ready to go. Let's get out of here.
Howdy. Fellas got troubles?
Nothing I can't handle.
Is that a bullet wound? You mind if I take a look at it? Oh, easy, friend. It's gonna have to be bandaged, and we're gonna have to get him into Virginia City to a doctor.
No.
Pa's not going to Virginia City, and neither are you.
Medicine and bandages on that pack mule, but I can't very well get him with this gun on me.
Just stay where you are. Hand me your gun, but first, nice and easy. Now you can get up. Where's Jess Waddell?
I don't know him.
Tall man. Gray hair, mustache. And he's riding a sorrel horse.
I ain't seen him.
Who are you, mister?
I'm Hoss Cartwright.
You any kin to Ben Cartwright?
My son.
I knew your pa a long time ago. Name's Charlie Shepard. My son Morgan.
Really?
How's your pa these days?
He's just fine. As a matter of fact, Ponderosa's not far from here, and I can take you there and bandage that up, and you can say hello to him in person, huh?
Obliged to you, but maybe some other time. Morgan, get that rifle off his horse.
Get his rope, too, and hog tie him and leave him here?
Now, that's no way to treat the son of an old friend. The Ponderosa's back that way, huh?
That's right.
You know, that pack horse says you're making no short ride. Where you heading, Cartwright? Line camps? You getting ready to move the herds?
Up to the high country, right?
That's real good news. See, we need a place where I can rest for a few hours. Be obliged if you'd show us those line camps. Not the nearest one.
You'd be a lot better off if you gave yourselves up.
You got us all figured out, huh?
Well, you're tagging a bullet and you're running. I gotta figure you to be outlaws.
You ever figure maybe we're running from an outlaw?
Pa, we gotta move.
Yeah, we're going to. As soon as Cartwright helps me on my horse. You keep him covered, boy.
Do it.
I'll do it. You don't need that gun.
Now, if you just put a saddle on him and give him a good hard ride. Ben?
Ben Cartwright.
Jess Waddell.
My goodness. But it sure has been a long time, Jess.
Sure good to see you, Ben.
It's good to see you, too. My goodness, Jeff Waddell. It's been, what, 20 years at least, hasn't it?
Longer than that. I had a chance to figure it out walking in. 27 years in 3 or 4 months.
27 years. Well, I must tell you, time's been good to you.
Well, that's one of those lies old friends tell each other.
Well, what are you doing around these parts?
Well, I was just passing through, but I got a lame horse on my hands, Ben.
Yeah, well, I think we can help you with that, critter. Get you a fresh one. But you're not going anywhere until we can catch up with the years. You're going to stay for supper, aren't you?
Oh, you know, I was hoping you'd say that.
Well, let's get the horse in the stable. What happened?
Oh, I think he just pulled a tendon. You want a rock star? Yeah.
Better be ashamed. Grown man can't pull his own weight.
Here, Morgan, open that door. Here, hold on, let me. Unroll that mattress. Go take care of the horses.
Oh, no. I'm staying here with Pa.
You do what I tell you, boy, or you take care of it.
Do it, boy, do it. Bring some water first. My mouth's dry as a cotton field.
I'm gonna heat some water. I have to have it for that wound.
You're Ben's boy, huh?
Yep.
How is old Ben these days?
Just fine.
That's good.
That's good, Ben. Just what I needed.
Yeah, it sure cuts the dust in the throat after a long ride.
Sure does.
Jess, let's sit down.
Ben, you and me go back a long way.
Yeah, we sure enough do.
3 of us worked that claim down on poor Indian Creek. Remember?
Yeah.
You, me, Charlie Shepard.
Yeah.
One whole season, and we divided a profit of $300. I'd say you've done right well since then.
Oh, I've been lucky.
Lucky? Another word for hard work. You want to be a rancher? You sure are one. I wanted to be a lawman. That's the way I went. Never could figure out what Charlie Shepard wanted.
I don't think he knew himself.
Well, I guess you're wondering what brings me out to these parts.
I figured you'd tell me when you were ready.
Well, I'm on a hunting trip.
Hunting?
I hunt men. It's the only thing I know how to do. I'm very good at it.
I'm sure you must be.
Back when I was a sheriff, where a wounded man could cross the county line, thumb his nose at me. He can't do that anymore. I go where they go. Bring them back.
You're a bounty hunter.
Some folks say it like it is a dirty word. How do you feel about it?
It's a dangerous game. But if it's done properly and legally, it's a decent enough job.
I thank you for that. To the old days.
To the old days.
bullet went clean through that arm. Wedged in your rib cage. It's gonna have to come out of there. It's gonna be a job for a doctor, not me.
I told you. No doctor. There's no hurry. It ain't bother me any.
This is gonna hurt. Hang on.
Oh, suffer and eyewash. That stuff's pure fire. I had to get that wound clean. I'm not complaining. Not about you. It's just a high price to pay for something I didn't do.
And that outlaw, that Waddell, was after the wrong man?
Waddell, he ain't exactly an outlaw. I expect you guessed that. No, he's worse than an outlaw. He's a cold-blooded killer. Only he calls it bounty hunting.
Then you are wanted, huh?
Just me. My boy didn't do anything. He ain't wanted. I ain't done anything either since I got out of Yuma. I sure didn't rob that Salt Lake stage and gun down that driver. Oh, you know, Waddell, me and your pa was all friends. Worked a mining claim. Way back when. Close in brothers. Now, my good old friend tried to kill me for $1,000 reward. I was in Mexico when that driver was killed. Ask Morgan, he was with me.
Keep your hand on there real tight. I'm gonna have to have some more water.
Okay. I'll have the door inside all the time I'm gone, Cartwright. Don't try and leave.
You are just full of threats, ain't you?
They're not just threats.
No, that's right. They sure ain't. Not to me, they ain't. You in the condition you're in, all I gotta do is wait for you to go to sleep. Then I can take the boy easy.
He gonna get shot?
Ain't likely. Took a lot bigger and better than him. You say he ain't wanted for nothing, huh?
Not by anybody, any place.
Now, in that case, I'm gonna do both of you a big favor. I'm gonna give you some time, let you get you thinking straight. Sure would hate to see that boy hang with you.
Look, he's trying to help me. That's all he's guilty of. Sticking by his paw.
I tracked him to Twin Falls. He picked up a friend there, and both of them headed south. And I caught up with them again about 6, 7 miles out here in the rocks. Gave them a chance to surrender, and they tried to kill me.
Come on, now, break the gun. Nobody pulls a gun at this house, not even an old friend.
Sorry, Ben.
My son, Joseph, and one of our hands, Candy.
Howdy. Pleasure.
It's just Waddell.
Howdy.
Now, Jess, what's spooking you?
Ben, I tracked those killers to within 7 miles of your house. It's just likely they might show up here.
Why here?
One thing I didn't tell you. The fellow that shot that stage driver was Charlie Shepard.
Charlie?
Charlie Shepard. He turned bad, Ben. Real bad. 8 years in Yuma prison. Wanted now for murder. Tell you something else, too. If I was Charlie Shepard, running, wanted, wounded, I'd stop at the Ponderosa and see my old friend Ben Cartwright.
He hadn't told me he was wounded.
When he tried to kill me, I fired back.
Old friends trying to kill each other.
I told you I hunt men. Charlie Shepard's wanted dead or alive, and I'm gonna bring him in. One way or the other.
Easy. Easy, Charlie. Take it easy. Rest.
Heard something. I forgot where it was.
What you heard was Morgan. He's outside chopping wood.
He's a good boy. Man didn't ask for a better son.
Charlie, let's take a look at that side.
Oh, I told you that bullet ain't bothering none. No need to fuss with it.
If it ain't bothering none, it won't hurt me to take a look with it.
It's all right, huh?
No. It's got real ugly.
You just saying that.
Ain't no use in me lying to you. Here.
Oh, suffer. What'd you want to go do that for?
I had to find out, and I wanted to show you. I just barely touched you, and it almost broke you in half. That bullet's got to come out of there, Charlie. It's got to.
I must be getting old. Time was a little chunk of lead wouldn't even slow me down.
12 more hours, and you ain't gonna get out of that bunk.
2 or 3 days, it'll kill me, huh? What time is it?
It's about an hour till sundown.
Waldell ain't found us yet, and he won't now till after sunup in the morning. All right, you better do it. Hollis, you got any whiskey?
No, sorry.
The doc did some cutting on me in Texas once. He gave me whiskey to deaden the pain.
I can give you a piece of wood to bite on. Maybe that'll help, huh?
Get away from him and drop that knife.
Don't be a fool, Mark. Gonna take the bullet out of me. That's what the knife's for.
All right, Hoss. Go ahead, but be almighty careful.
Bring that pan of water.
Ben? Yeah. I tangled these fellers just about right here. Then they rode off this way, turned north and east. What's in this country over here?
Well, it's Ponderosa land, timber and meadows.
These crosses, lion shacks?
That's right.
Probably one of them. They'd have water, wood, place to ford.
10 minutes ago, have a hot roast beef, hot gravy, hot potato.
Well, we'll be right there, Hopsy.
Hurry, please, or you have cold roast beef sandwich.
I think we better do as he says. Now, Jess, set yourself right down here.
Yes, sir.
All right, Hopsy, bring it in.
Your cook sure sets a fine table.
He sure does.
This will be the first hot meal I've had in 2 weeks.
Oh, you been trailing Shepard that long?
Yeah, longer than that. That hot meal I had was back in Twin Falls.
Isn't it tough tracking an old friend?
Well, he quit being a friend when he turned killer. Don't matter whether you know him or not. Bringing in wanted men's hard, dirty business. But it's got to be done.
Is somebody else riding along with old Charlie?
Young feller. Could be his son.
How old a boy would he be?
Early 20s. That's just a guess. Might not be his son. That's another guess.
Did he have anything to do with killing the stagecoach driver?
I don't know. But he took a shot at me, so as far as I'm concerned, they're both felons. Man, this awful good roast beef. Awful good.
Put it down. Back away.
Your Paul tells me that you two are figuring on riding out here in the morning.
That's what he says. That's what we do.
I got the bullet out all right, but he still lost a lot of blood. He tries to sell a horse, he's going to lose a lot more.
If he says we ride, we ride. You too.
Don't you think it makes a whole lot more sense if we went to the Ponderosa and got a buckboard and took him into Virginia City?
With the wagon? No way. We'd never get past Waddell.
Oh, I'll take enough men, we can make sure we do. Besides that, the sheriff's a good friend of ours, and he's an honest man. He'll see to it you get a fair shake. And if you two were in Mexico when that crime was committed, and you can prove that, you'll walk out of there scot-free.
You're talking to the wrong man. Pa does the deciding.
I'll get a cup of coffee.
Go right ahead.
Morgan, your pa was in Yuma for a long, long time. What were you doing all those years?
Getting kicked and stomped, run out of jobs because my pa was in prison.
What kind of work did you do?
Different kinds. Washed dishes, swamped in a saloon, rode fence, herded sheep. Cowmen beat me up for working sheep, and sheepmen beat me up for working cattle.
Morgan, you and your pa get yourself square with the law, and I'll guarantee you a good job.
Finish your coffee and get on that bunk. I'm gonna tie you up. That way we can both get some sleep.
Morning, Ben.
Morning, Jess. You're up early.
So are you. It gives me a chance to say goodbye and to thank you for your hospitality.
Well, I don't need for that. Your horse is walking pretty good now.
Good, good.
Howdy. Pretty good?
Yeah, seems to be fine.
We're riding with you, Jess.
No. Taking Charlie is a job for a professional. All you do is just get yourself killed.
We'll have to take that chance.
Ben, I appreciate it, but I don't need you. I don't want you.
You're on Ponderosa land, Jess. Whether you want it or not, we're riding with you.
Friend, don't get in my way.
coffee sure smells good, Hoss.
Eat you some of them pancakes and that bacon. You need the strength. Hurt me, ain't it?
A little.
That chair ain't trotting, Charlie. What's that horse gonna do to you?
Don't you worry about me. I've been shot up worse than this and rode for a solid week. Where's Morgan?
He's outside saddling horses where you sent him, don't you remember?
Yeah, that's right. Getting forgetful in my old age.
It ain't your age, Charlie. It's that wound. You ain't thinking straight.
Hoss, how many sons does old Ben have?
There's 3 of us.
He's a lucky man. I only got one, but he's the best. He'll do to take along.
Yep. It's too bad you haven't been as good a father as he has a son, ain't it?
Well, I ain't been up to my hips in land and money like your pa. I done the best I could.
Did you, Charlie? That old kid's spent half of his life waiting for you to get out of jail. And the minute you get out, you put him to running with you, one step ahead of the law.
He been complaining to you?
Of course not. He loves you too much for that.
Loves me?
Well, he's given up everything he wanted, everything he ought to have, just to ride with you. I don't know what else you'd call it.
That's right. I guess that's what you'd call love. It's kind of a waste, ain't it? Hey, you're right, Hoss. I ain't been much of a father.
You can correct that, Charlie.
I will, I swear. As soon as we get to Mexico.
Make him a wanted man? Put the same brand on him you've carried all your life? Is that what you want for him?
No. No, it sure ain't.
Then give yourself up, Charlie. There ain't no time like the present. Tell him.
How do you feel, Pa?
Fine, Morgan. Just fine.
Think you can ride?
You know it.
Then let's go.
Morgan, wait a minute. Your pa's got something he wants to tell you. Tell him, Charlie.
Later. We'll talk about it later. You go on out. We'll be right with you.
Sure, Pa.
I couldn't do it, Hoss.
Why not?
When a man's as poor as I am, you gotta hang on to what you got. That boy is all I got.
You're gonna get him killed. You know that, don't you?
No. Look, I've been in tight spots before I got out of them. And I'll get us out of this one, too. You'll see. Come on, we gotta get going.
Blood spots. That's Charlie, all right. Met 2 men here. They rode out together. That makes 4 of them.
Special shoe, heavy on the outside.
Yeah. That's Brown Jim's one we made for him so he wouldn't cut himself. No, not 2 more men. Just 1 man and a pack horse. That 1 man's my son, Hoss.
Your son?
Yeah.
What's he doing? Trying to help him hide?
I hardly think so. Candy, right into Virginia City. Get Sheriff Coffey or Clem out here. It's about time the law got involved in this.
Right.
Hold it. Charlie's carrying my bullet. I've tracked him across this whole state. He's mine.
Jess, you want your reward. I want my son alive. Candy, crank us from here. If you can't find us, fire 3 shots.
Will do.
You're gonna get your reward. I don't want this thing turned into a turkey shoot. Charlie Shepard and whoever's with him is gonna get the full protection of the law.
You tell him that. And he'll kill you while you're doing it. Charlie didn't have this in his saddlebag. Bullet. Somebody's been doing some cutting. They took that out of Charlie, bandaged him up, got him ready to ride. After your son didn't do it, he sure supplied him with what he needed.
What'd you expect him to do? Rub dirt in his wound?
Why not? He's a wounded killer. It's what he deserves.
That's where we disagree.
Hey, Pa. Stove's still warm. They can't be more than an hour or 2 ahead of us.
Ben, you want to put this stuff inside out of the weather, I'll ride on ahead. You can catch up.
We'll ride with you.
What I figured you'd say.
As soon as I catch my breath, we go on.
This is no good, Pa. We're moving too slow.
I know. Hey, now there's a place to wait for Waddell. He'll never get us out of there.
Charlie, you'll never make it to those rocks.
Yeah, don't you worry about me. I'll make it, just as soon as I get my breath.
You keep pushing yourself like this, and Waddell ain't gonna have to kill you. You're gonna do it for him.
To rest again. That's 4 times in the last 2 miles. Can't be too far ahead now. Time to start being careful. Charlie will be dug in up there just waiting to bushwhack the lot of us. See something up there?
I can't tell. I thought I saw a flash of light up there.
Cartwright. Take a look.
Jess brought along some help. Your pa and somebody else.
Yeah. My little brother, Joseph.
Gonna help cut me down. Earn that $1,000.
Not ever. Now you got witnesses. Waddell's gotta let you surrender.
I'm not so sure. Waddell would shoot his mother for $1,000. Get out of sight.
There's no profit in waiting. If you gents will give me some cover and fire, I'm going up there and take
Jess, I told you you're going to get your reward, and you'll get it. I'll go up there and talk to Jess.
Ben, Charlie, you knew's long gone. That man up there'd as soon blow your head off his look at you.
That's as far as you go, Ben.
Start shooting, Charlie. I'm unarmed, Charlie. How's Hoss?
You heard your pa? Tell him.
I'm fine, Pa.
Thank you, Charlie.
I know how you feel. I got a boy of my own.
You're gonna have to give yourself up.
No, Ben, you ain't gonna take me in and hang me for something I didn't do.
You saying you're innocent?
Me and my boy Morgan were in Mexico when that driver was killed.
Well, that's good news.
Ain't it? Only my name's Charlie Shepard. Outlaw, jailbird. They got any unsolved crimes, they pin them on me.
Whereabouts in Mexico were you?
A lot of it, all over.
What town?
What's that to you?
Well, you're gonna have to prove you was down there, and it'd sure be nice if you could remember the town.
Something. I can't remember those Mexican names.
El Paso?
You're trying to trick me? El Paso's in Texas.
I'll get you a good lawyer, Charlie.
You're an old friend, Ben, and I'd like to believe you. But there's another old friend of mine down there. Jess Waddell. He's been trying to kill me for 10 days.
Well, I told Jess he's going to get the reward money anyway, so there's no reason for him to want to kill you now. If you're innocent, there's nothing to fear.
I'm innocent.
Then walk down the hill with me.
No, I don't have to now, Ben. You see, I got the whole car. Yes. Your son. You ain't gonna see him alive again. Unless you and the rest of them go on back to the Ponderosa and stay there for at least 48 hours.
Charlie, the sheriff's going to be coming this way.
Well, that's bad news all the way around.
Now, there's going to be some shooting. That'll be the sheriff telling me he's arrived. And we're going to be firing back to tell him where we are. But no more shooting after that, unless you start it.
Going down the hill, Ben.
I want you to think about this, Charlie. Think it through real good. And when you have, you just sing out. And I'll come back up this hill and I'll walk you down.
Ben, go on, get.
Talk to Hoss. He's all right.
What now?
Well, we'll wait. I told Charlie we'd give him a chance to think it through. I think he's going to give himself up.
You ain't gonna take him up on his offer, huh?
Not on your life.
You should. Old kid over here don't remember what town you was in down in Mexico.
He was there. He just forgot.
He's lying to protect you. That's gonna get him 10 years. And it ain't gonna help your case no whole lot when they get through tearing him up on that witness stand either.
My pa's innocent.
Perjury ain't gonna prove that, boy.
Why don't you shut up? Hold it, boy. That's the sheriff coming in. You watch horse. Right up there between those rocks.
Get behind that rock. There's sitting ducks out there.
He's right, Kenny. Johnny ain't gonna shoot.
What'd you shoot him for? Johnny was gonna surrender. You think he was. He's got no choice. Now he's got another one of my bullets in him.
And that shot could cost my son his life. Come back where you belong, Gardner. Oh, I should have known.
He said no shooting. My dear Pa.
No, it wasn't Ben. He kept his word. It was Jess. I should have known he'd never stop trying.
I'll get some bandages.
No, it's no use, son. You look out after yourself.
I'll look out.
He lied for you, now he's gonna kill for you. Why don't you let me stop him?
He's my son. It's my job. I'll take care of it. Don't.
I'm giving up, Ben.
Pa!
Oh, that, you got it. Pull it!
Pa!
That reward money's mine. My bullet that killed him.
There'll be no reward. The law won't let you profit from cold-blooded murder. You're gonna stand trial. I think you'll do time in prison.
I'll get him, Pa. I'll get him.
No, son. I lied to you. Trying to get us some money from Mexico. I killed that driver.
Don't try to talk, Pa.
Sorry. Real sorry. You're a good boy. You'll stay that way. For me. He will, Charlie. We'll give him all the help he needs.